Good afternoon. I'm not in a car park. I'm in a very echoey kitchen. I did say there was going to be bunting. There is bunting, but it's next door. So apologies if you were looking forward to the bunting. It's a bit echoey, so maybe I need to speak a little bit slower. Hopefully you got my pre-message to say that the noon is going to happen at noon 30. Is noon 30 a thing? It is now. You heard it here first. I have some moves for you, just to do. And as I'm in a kitchen, I mean, you might be in the kitchen. If you're in the kitchen, you might have one of these long areas that is just asking for some crowbarage. Crowbarage, it's a made-up word. Crowbarring, include, add, all the kind of things that we can do on a length of fixed firm support. So I've got some balancing options. Sandra, what have you been doing? Tell us again. You have cut your finger, didn't stop bleeding. Did you say you've been to A&E? I've just very quickly read the message. I hope it stopped bleeding. Are you feeling a bit lack of blood? I know. The bunting is next door, and when I've finished, it's difficult. I can't take you in there. There's members of the public in there at the minute that haven't consented to appear on a live Facebook feed. So I best not wander in there at the moment. But there's bunting in there. Sorry if you only came in for the bunting, CK. Carolyn's arrived. Good afternoon, Carolyn. Today we are going to do some where's my keys, bit of coordination. We like that. Haven't done that for a while. We're going to do 3 circles, not 4 candles. 3 circles. My notes say out and in, roundabout, knee bend, and functional reach. I'll work out what that means when I get there. We're going to do some lateral moves, some side stepping, so some hip mobility, some hip strengthening, all with or without balance challenge if you would like. And maybe you're not in the kitchen at the moment, but most kitchens have a bit of a longish support that offers a great opportunity to crowbar in a bit of wobble challenge. Okay, Sandra squashed it in a heavy door. A bit like me this morning. I was a passenger in a car and I was desperate for some cold air. So I put down the window with one hand, put my hand out to get some fresh air, and then for some reason put the window up with my hand still there. Yeah, talk about lack of coordination in that moment. Afternoon, Vivian. I'm not in Bolton anymore. I'm in Plymouth. I mean, you couldn't be much further away from Bolton, could you? Really? Got a minute to go on a preamble. Hello, Maddie. It's cold, bit sun's coming down, it's warm. I'll go by the window, get a bit of beamage, bit of light beaming, and let's get ready for the movement snack. We might be interrupted in a moment, but let's get going. Circ boost, sit or stand options, you choose. I'm in a kitchen. Might be some of the moves today you might not be in the right place for some of them, but there's something here for everyone, ordinarily. So you've got the long view today. Circ boost to start then. Seated, if that's your option. Hands on external support, extra lift and lengthen. You can see here beautifully the light behind me, how there's a gap between my feet, so that now when I start the circ boost, the gap remains. If you start to feel that your feet are coming close together, we start to lose stability. So have a glance down every now and then. You can see from the lighting, I've got backlighting today, you can see how the legs the feet stay directly under the hips, enabling that wider base of support. So if I turn to the side, you can see that I've got ankles, feet and toes on the go. It's not about high knees, it's more about feet, and every now and again you might want to get some extra foot action and then start to build in the arms. Maintaining hand on fixed firm support. If you would like, I've got 2 of each side of me here today. Turning towards the support means you can change from one hand to the other. These are steady, rhythmical moves. And if you're comfortable, we go all in together. So it's coordination, it's kind of balance also, but we don't want it too challenging. If you feel challenged by a circuit boost without support, put your hand on, because the primary aim of circuit boost is to boost the circulation, get some bigger breaths, light lifting heart rate. The primary aim isn't for balance in this instance. Keep going, stand uppers. So here are your seated prompts into active sit. At every opportunity, and if you're working towards standing activities, add in the hip walk, add in the hip walk, add in the hip walk. So valuable for all transfers and shifting in and out of chair's bed. And then off we go on the circuit boost again. One arm or two arms together. And other options could be diagonal. You choose. What do you want? Do you want a diagonal? Do you want to go singles? Do you want to go for doubles? Maybe. You want a seated lower limb, so feet come back. So there's the foot action of the circuit boost march, and there's the whole leg action, driven by the ankles, feet and toes, and then we can bring in other bits and bobs. Other bits and bobs meaning all the limbs. That's your option for circuit boost. If you feel yourself starting to slump, take that as a sign that you want to rest, so have a hip walk back, then have a switch off. A moment of recovery should there mean the recovery is such that you can then go again. This is how we build stamina over time. Use the rests. They are as important as the effortful bits. All right, first move on the noonday today. Where's the keys? Coordination. Take it in sit or stand position. I'm going to come up to stand so I can get a bit closer. All right. Position yourselves, so the knees are a little bit bent, lift and open. Let's start with your breast pockets, hip pockets, back pockets, and just work your way through those. So we start with a lesser coordination challenge and then add complexity when you're ready. So we've got both hands moving to the same landmarks on the body on left and right side. If you want extra challenge, we go hands on the same side of the body, but different landmarks each time. And the rules are that you can't go to the same place. It's to not be in a pattern, to randomise it, which is harder than it sounds, especially when I'm trying to talk to you at the same time. So there's one level of complexity. The next level of complexity, so what is that coming in? Is to go diagonals. So diagonals and still having to go randomly to different landmarks of the body, and then we pick up the pace, and you probably find that you have pockets appearing in all kinds of places. So that's a where's the keys, a coordination activity, but also shoulders, and it's a bit of hand-eye coordination for me to see what's going on as I look at you. Alright, leggy one please, if you would like. Next time you're at the kitchen, or if you have some external support around you, using the support to the side, shift the weight on there, and then stepping over an object, and then coming back in. So I've got 2 points of support either side of me here. So you can either take it there, or you can just go out and back. This is hip mobility, going a little bit higher, different range of motion there. It's not about going as high as you can. Keep the knee under hip height, over and out, over and out, over and out, rub it up. Same on the other side. You might need to turn around, turn around, turn around. There. If you have the reactive steps and you want an extra challenge, then of course we take these without using the external support. And remember, when you come to close, keep the gap between the feet. So you're always stepping into a position of greater stability, i.e. avoiding the feet too close together, unless you want to increase the challenge. In sit. Generally don't want big knees in sit, but we can still rehearse those sideward steps. And if you're in a chair without arms, you can also do your hip whip, your weight shift turn from one direction to the other. And if you're not in a chair that does that, I'm going to suggest you go for hip shifts. So ankle one buttock, hip of the hitch to hip of the other side. So this is hip mobility and weight transfer. To be able to move in and out of chairs and beds and sofas, we need to be able to lift and shift weight from one side of the body to the other. Okay, shoulders and shoulder bladage. 3 circles. Hands are lightly clasped. You can sit or stand for this one, it's the same. The first circle reaches away and down. So it's an out and back. The second circle is a window in front. The third circle is an out and back. So 3 different ranges and planes of movement. The first one is a hoop in front of you, a window to look through, or a pot to stir. And then we go back in the other direction. Out and back, other direction through the window, and then we could go over and out, the away and back, and pause off. So this is all shoulders, shoulder blades, there's some balance in there as well, it's the same in sit. And then reverse it. Let me do that one more time. Light clasp on the hands. The first one goes away and down. And then looking through the window, so the circle is in front of you. And then the hip hinge away from you, as if you're looking down into a well. Can you see there's 3 different perspectives on these circles? And then to reverse direction, we look down into the well, look through the window, and then cast out the hoop in front of you. And that is all shoulders, shoulder blades with some hip hinge in there also. What have I got left? Okay, some leggies in sit. If you want to get extra strength into your thighs, have a hip walk back. Press the thigh into the chair and then just sweep the foot away and out and get some extra squeeze. Press the leg down into the chair. It's almost as if you're bracing the muscles here around the front of the thighs. Take a pause and here. Relax the foot so there's no flex in the foot. You're trying to clench, brace, activate. Get these thigh muscles here working. Slow, slow, slow as you go on the way down. That's your seated option for extra thigh muscles. Progressing on from there, let's do some sit to stand options. Have a hip walk forward. So pick the option that's best for you. Is it just hover off the seat, the jockey lift, as if you're going to stand but don't? Stand to a point that you're comfortable and then come down slowly. Or you might be confident for the full up, stand into some support if that helps. Feel for the chair on the backs of the legs and then go for the slow down. Slow, 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 maybe a hover and lower. And then go for a bit of power on the way up, get your balance if need, hold on to support if need, and then slowly down. So keep those sit to stands and stand to sits on your radar. Alright, recap. First movement we did was where's my keys, starting simple, straight up, straight down, left and right, and then randomizing different positions, and then we added the diagonals. Then we did side steps, out and over, balance and back. And your seated option for that was, excuse me, step around, or crikey, if I swallowed the fly, I don't know why, and then hip hinge. That was your other option. Then we did 3 circles, out and down, through the window, and then look down into the well, and then reverse with the hip hinge, out and back, through the window, and then cast out in front. And And then the last one, which is sit-stand options and jockey lifts, or your leg extensions. That, as they say, is that. All right, that's it. I'm done. I better make this lot a cup of tea now. See, you've got Chaos at 4 o'clock today. That has been confirmed. We did another scissors, rock, paper thing. I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully from home. I'll be home tomorrow. Have a good day, folks. Bye for now.